Hello and welcome back to the Dividend Experiment, the channel that helps you build a portfolio that pays your bills. The content that we discussed is intended for information and educational purposes only and should not be considered investment advice or investment recommendation. Is there really a wealth building strategy that can not only secure your financial future but also benefit generations to come? In this video we'll delve into the concept of intergenerational wealth. So what exactly is intergenerational wealth? Intergenerational wealth, in simple terms, pertains to the money, assets, and overall financial well-being that is passed down from one generation of a family to the next. It's when grandparents, parents, and children within a family pool their wealth, assets, or investments to ensure lasting financial security for future generations. Think of it as establishing a financial safety net for your whole family that endures over an extended period, hopefully guaranteeing their financial stability and prosperity even after you've passed away, or reincarnated, or whatever you think happens when you die. The core idea here is to ensure that your family not only manages their finances well today, but continues to do so for years to come, benefiting subsequent generations in your family line too. Let's illustrate this concept with an example. Imagine your grandparents own a valuable piece of land and they dedicated their lives to cultivating a diverse array of trees. When they passed away, they entrusted this flourishing legacy to your parents, who continued the tradition with love and care. Over the years, your parents not only maintained the land, but also introduced sustainable practices, creating a thriving ecosystem. When the time came for your parents to pass the torch, they left behind not just a piece of land, but a rich heritage. You and your siblings, armed with the values imparted by your grandparents and parents, also became custodians of this legacy. Each sibling took on a unique role, whether it was maintaining the orchards, expanding sustainable practices, or engaging with the community. The fruits of your family's labour became a source of nourishment and income for the future generations. So if this piece of land is managed wisely, it can evolve into a source of financial stability and opportunity for your generation and potentially for your children in the future. This exemplifies intergenerational wealth in action, the transfer of wealth and assets from one generation to the next, all working to secure the financial well-being of the family over time. But this isn't a theoretical idea, it really does happen. Let's take a look at a real example. The Henry Ford legacy. Henry Ford, a familiar name often associated with cars, but he's not just a car guy. He's a fantastic example of how money and success can be passed down through generations in a family. I want to explain why this matters to all of us looking to build our own intergenerational wealth. Henry Ford was all about coming up with new ideas. He's the guy who made cars available to regular folks with his famous Model T. As you're probably aware, this smart idea turned into a big financial success. But he didn't spend his fortune recklessly on unnecessary things. Instead, he kept investing the money he made to grow his wealth even more. He made sure his family's financial future was safe. He spread his money into things like real estate and other businesses, not putting all his money in one place, or in other words, he was diversifying. So even if the Ford car business didn't do well for a year, the Ford family was still financially secure. And here's the important part. This success didn't stop with Henry Ford. He passed on his wealth to his children and their children. This shows us how smart thinking, careful money management, and long-term planning can set up any family for financial success that lasts for a long time. Henry Ford's story teaches us how being innovative, financially responsible, and forward-thinking can create wealth that remains with the family for generations. Now let's look further down the genetic chain to see how it turned out. Now let's discuss William Clay Ford Jr., or Bill Ford, a notable figure in preserving and expanding the family's wealth. Bill Ford, the great-grandson of Henry Ford, was far from merely enjoying the family fortune. He took a proactive role in managing the family's legacy by assuming leadership at the Ford Motor Company. One smart move he made was keeping the company fresh. He realized the world was changing and he needed to keep the business up to date. So he made Ford more environmentally friendly, which turned out to be a brilliant idea. It kept the money flowing in. He had a vision to make the family's wealth even bigger. He looked into new investments, explored different markets, and encouraged the company to keep coming up with new ideas. All of this helped the family keep growing their wealth. He also believed in giving back. He did a lot of charity work, which showed that he cared about more than just making money. He cared about making the world better too. And it doesn't stop there. And this is a key aspect of intergenerational wealth. He made sure to pass down his financial wisdom to his kids, so they'd know how to handle the family's wealth, essentially teaching his kids how to manage the family finances. Bill Ford's story isn't just about one person's success, it's about how a family's wealth can keep going strong, generation after generation, with smart ideas and a strong sense of responsibility. So he's a great example of how to keep the family fortune rolling in and growing over time. Okay, that's great for all of the Fords, but what about us? How do we actually build intergenerational wealth? Alright, let's break it down into the practical stuff. Here's how you can build wealth that lasts for generations. First is income. Income is the money you earn regularly, typically from various sources like your job or any other activities that bring in money. And here's how you can manage your income and stockpile cash for investing. First, create a budget to keep track of how much money you earn and spend, and this helps you live within your means, save some cash, and avoid going overboard with your spending. Second, it's important to set aside some of your money as savings. This acts as a financial safety net for unexpected expenses or future plans. When it comes to debt, be responsible. Make sure to pay your debts on time, try to reduce high interest debts, and avoid taking on unnecessary debt. By doing this, you'll free up more of your income for building wealth. Lastly, make wise choices in your everyday life that match your long-term financial goals. Focus on what you need rather than what you want, and avoid making impulsive spending decisions. These steps can help you take control of your finances and save a lot of money. Just like the successful individuals, you use your income to stockpile a lot of cash for the next step. The next step is investing. Investing is the act of using your money to make more money over time by putting in things like stocks, bonds, real estate, or businesses. People do this to grow their wealth and save for the future. It requires careful planning and understanding the risks involved, but it can help you achieve your financial goals. Think of it like planting a money tree. You can put your money in things like stocks, which pay you back in the form of dividends, or in things like real estate. Over time, this money grows on its own like a tree bearing fruit. Diversification of assets. Diversification is a strategy to spread your investments across a range of different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and more. The idea behind diversification is to reduce risk, and here's how it works. If you put all your money into a single investment and it performs poorly, you risk losing a significant portion of your wealth. However, by diversifying, even if one asset class underperforms, the other investments may offset those losses. Diversification allows you to capture growth opportunities in different areas. For example, when stocks are performing well, bonds might be stable and real estate could be appreciating. Diversification helps you benefit from different economic conditions. The third step is by effective estate planning. Estate planning is the process of preparing for the transfer of your assets after your passing. A well-structured estate plan includes key elements like wills and trusts, which specify how your assets will be distributed to heirs, potentially reducing estate taxes. It also involves appointing a power of attorney to handle financial and legal decisions if you're unable to do so. Healthcare directives outline your medical treatment preferences and designate someone to make medical decisions on your behalf if necessary. Minimizing estate taxes is crucial, employing strategies to reduce the tax burden and maximize wealth for your chosen beneficiaries. Effective estate planning ensures a smooth asset transfer, attempts to minimize disputes, and upholds your intended legacy. And last but not least, generational financial education. Investing in the financial education of your children and heirs is crucial for intergenerational wealth, and this involves teaching them the basic financial concepts, responsible money management, and instilling the family's financial values. It fosters responsibility and stewardship in managing and growing the family's wealth for future generations. So these are the 4 steps needed to create intergenerational wealth. Now let's talk about something truly magical when it comes to intergenerational wealth. It's called compounding, and it's like your money's secret superpower. What is compounding? Compounding is like a financial superpower that makes your money grow faster. When you save or invest money, you earn a little extra called interest. What's amazing is that over time, you not only earn interest on your original money, but also on the interest you've already earned. It's like a snowball that gets bigger as it rolls down a hill. The longer you leave your money to grow, the more it can increase because of the compounding effect. So it's a way to make your money work for you and grow on its own over time. As this is more beneficial the longer it goes on, having your investments compound over multiple years and multiple generations makes it just that much more powerful. Here's an example. Let's say you invest £1,000. With a 10% annual return, it might not seem like that changes much in the first year, since it'll only be 1,100. But as the years go by, it starts bringing more and more. After 5 years, your £1,000 investment will be 1,610, which means your initial investment of 1,000 already earns 610 through compounding. To really get the idea, imagine your money as a little seed. You plant it in fertile soil, your investments, and let it grow. With time, that seed grows into a sturdy tree, and it doesn't stop there. It keeps growing taller, and before you know it, it's a giant tree with lots of branches, your wealth, providing shade and fruits, financial security, for generations to come. So the power of compounding is like a never-ending cycle of growth, and it's a key player in building intergenerational wealth. The earlier you start, the more impressive the results. It's not about getting rich quick, it's about getting rich slowly and steady, like an unstoppable force that benefits your family for years and years. How much money do you need? Building intergenerational wealth is a nuanced journey that transcends a simple numerical figure. The amount of money needed varies on individual circumstances, financial goals, and the chosen approach to wealth creation. It's a multifaceted process that requires a comprehensive understanding of one's objectives and a commitment to disciplined financial habits. At the start, it's important to have clear goals like buying a home, paying for education, saving for retirement, or leaving money for your kids and grandkids. These goals guide how you use your money to build wealth over time. A big part of this journey is making a plan for how you invest your money. This means spreading your money across different kinds of investments, thinking about long-term growth, and being careful to avoid risks. The longer you keep your money invested, the more it can grow, especially when you add a bit regularly. Being good with your money is key. Saving regularly, spending wisely, and staying away from unnecessary debt all contribute to your overall financial health. It's also important to understand how things like inflation can affect your money and adjust your plans accordingly. So building family wealth isn't just about hitting a certain money target, it's a mix of knowing how to handle money, planning well, and making smart choices over time. Getting advice from a financial expert can help you figure out the best path for your unique situation and dreams. Overall, if this is something you're working towards, I strongly encourage you to begin your journey towards creating wealth that can benefit your family for generations. The key is to start taking practical steps right now. Keep in mind that the magic of compound interest and making smart financial plans can help secure your family's financial future, ensuring financial stability and success for years to come. So don't delay, start today and set the stage for a lasting legacy of financial well-being. If you liked this video, and if you made it this far, I'm guessing you probably did, then I have some good news for you. I'm giving away my PDF guide to the 10 dividend investing commandments, or the criteria that I use to pick dividend paying stocks, and I'm giving it away to you for free. All you need to do is submit your email in the link below and it'll get delivered to your inbox straight away. Again, that's for free. But that's not the only benefit of joining the email. You also get updates on the almost daily dividend portfolio, interesting stock ideas or news, and special deals and free stuff that I can share with you. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. See you!